morning, students. You are welcome to Economics online class. We are discussing the 7th chapter, Indian economy. In the last class, we discussed about the introduction of Indian economy and meaning of Indian economy, gross national happiness index, features of Indian economy. Under the topics we discussed. So today we have to discuss about weakness of Indian economy and demographic trends in India. Everything we have to discuss in this video. Let us see the weakness of Indian economy. Here we have to discuss about the weakening elements of the Indian economy. The first one is large population. India stands second term of size of the population next to China, and our country is likely to overtake China in near future. We know that we are in the second place next to China. Though we have second place, in future we can overtake the China. That much of population increasing nowadays. The population growth rate of India is very high, and this is always a hurdle to our growth and development. The population growth rate in India is high as 1.7 per thousand. The annual addition of population equals the total population of Australia. So this much of population is highly increasing in India. The next one is inequality and poverty. There existing huge economic disparity in Indian economy. Haves and have-nots, rich and poor, like that disparities we can experiencing in India. The proportion of income and asset owned by top 10% of the Indian goes on increasing. It may be income or asset, the top 10% people only experiencing. What about others? Others are poor. Okay, this has led to an increase in the poverty level in the society, and still a higher percentage of individuals are living below poverty line, BPL. This BPL you can identify in ration cards. Okay, as a result of unequal distribution of the rich becomes richer and poor become poor. So this is the situation seen in India, so that this also weakening the Indian economy. Increasing prices of essential goods. Even though there has been a constant growth in GDP and growth opportunities in the Indian economy, there have been steady increase in the prices of essential goods. So whatever essential goods we using. The continuous rise in prices eradicate the purchasing power and adversely affect the poor people whose income is not protected. The private company workers, the daily laborers and all will be hit by the economy or income. So that the continuous rise in the prices erode the purchasing power of the poorer people. Like petrol price. Understood? The next one is weak infrastructure. Even though there has been a gradual improvement in the infrastructural development in the past few decades, there is still a scarcity of basic infrastructure like power, transport, storage, everything. So water facilities, everything we have stagnating is there. Okay. So that the weakening infrastructure also one of the points of weakening of Indian economy. Another one is inadequate employment generation. There is no adequate employment generation. With the growing youth population, there is a huge need of the employment opportunities. Okay, depends upon the increasing population, we should increasing the employment opportunity. But in the real situation, there is no employment opportunities. The growth in production is not accompanied by creation of job. The Indian economy is characterized by jobless growth. Okay, underline it. This is one more question. Indian economy is characterized by jobless growth. Outdated technology. This also weakening the Indian economy. The level of technology in agriculture and the small scale industries is still outdated and obsolete. So this is the problem. We cannot overtake the crisis of economy. Okay, these are the points given here for weakening of Indian economy. What are they? Large population, inequality and poverty, increasing prices of essential goods, weak infrastructure, inadequate employment generation, outdated technology. So this may be asked in your 5-mark question. Okay. Then we have to discuss the demographic trend in India. Scientific study of the characteristics of population is known as demography. Okay. What is that? The characteristics of population is known as demography. The various aspects of demographic trends in India are sizes of population, rate of growth, birth rate and death rate, density of population, sex ratio, life expectancy at birth, literacy ratio. First one is sizes of population. See here a table given here about population growth. Go through the table and understand the percentage given here with census year by they given and population in crores given, average annual growth rate given. Go through the table carefully. This is very important. 1-mark questions and all will be come from this table. Over a period of 100 years, India has quadrupled its population size. Okay. In terms of size of population, India ranks second in the world after China. India has only about 2.4% of the world geographical area and contributes less than 1.2% of the world's income, but accommodates about 17.5% of the world's population. In other words, every 6th person in the world is an Indian. So in fact, the combined population of just 2 states, namely Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra, is more than the population of United States of America. See here, we have 29 states. Among the 29 states, if we added the 2 states population, which is more population than the USA. See that how much of population in India. The third most populous country of the world is USA. Than the USA, the 2 states only having more the population. Some of the states in India have larger population than many countries in the world. The negative growth during 1911 to 21 was due to the rapid and frequent occurrence of epidemics like cholera, plague, influenza and also famines. The year 1921 is known as Year of Great Divide for India's population as population start increasing in this year. So that this is called a Year of Great Divide. 1-mark question. During 1951, population growth rate has come down from 1.33% to 1.25%. Hence, it is known as Year of Small Divide. This is also 1-mark question. Okay. In 1961, the population of India started increasing at the rate of 1.96%. It is 2% increasing. Hence, 1961 is known as Year of Population Explosion. Okay. This is also 1-mark question. Last year it asked. Okay. Last year means before the last year. So in the year 2001, the population of India crossed 1 billion. Okay. 2011 census revealed growth of youth population, which is described as demographic transition. So next one is birth rate and death rate. Crude birth rate, CBR, which is in short CBR. CBR means crude birth rate. It refers to the number of birth per thousand of population. Okay, number of birth per thousand of population is called CBR. Likewise, crude death rate. So CDR. It refers to number of death per thousand of population. Crude birth and death rates of India during various years. Given a table. See here, birth rate and death rate given. Year wise, 1951 to 2011 given, and CPR given here and CDR also given. Go through the table carefully. Birth rate was 39. See there in CPR 1951 given here. It fell to 21.8 in 2011. Okay. Although the birth rate has declined, it is not too remarkable. The decline is not too remarkable. The death rate has declined from 27.4 in 1951 to 7.1 in 2011. So death rate decreased. However, from the data it is clear that the fall in birth rates is less than that of death rates. Okay. So Kerala has the lowest birth rate and Uttar Pradesh has the highest birth rate. West Bengal has the lowest birth rate 6.3 and Orissa 9.2 has the highest. Among states, Bihar and highest decade 2001 to 2011 the growth rate of population, while Kerala has the lowest growth rate. The four states Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh called Bimaru, B-I-M-A-R-U, Bimaru you can say. These are the states have very high population. Okay, this is birth rate and death rate. Density of population. It refers to the average number of persons residing per square kilometer. So how much of average people residing or living in a per square kilometer. It represents the man-land ratio. Okay, the relationship between man and land ratio. As the total land area remains the same, an increase in the population causes density of population to rise. See here, density population, giving one formula, total population divided by land area of the region. You can find out the density of the country. So the density of the population given on one table from the 1951 year to 2011. Go through the table. Okay, just before independence, the density of population was less than 100. But after independence, it has increased rapidly from 117 in 1951 to 325 in 2001. According to 2011 census, the present density of population is 382. Thus, the pressure of population on land has been rising. So, we can easily understand about through the table given here. The Kerala, West Bengal, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh have density higher than the India's average density. So these are the states having higher density of area and people. So Bihar is the most densely populated state in the country with 1,102 persons living per square kilometer, followed by West Bengal with 880. Arunachal Pradesh has low density of population of only 17%. These are the density of population situation in India. Sex ratio. It refers to the number of females per 1,000 males. How many females with comparing 1,000 males? It is an important indicator to measure the extent of prevailing equity between males and females at a given point of time. Over a period of time, we can understand and indicating the measures of extent of prevailing equality between the males and females. In India, the sex ratio is more favorable to males than the female. Go through the table. We can understand about that. In India, sex ratio is more favorable to males than to female. In Kerala, adult sex ratio is 1,084 as in 2011. The recent census 2011 shows that there has been a marginal increase in sex ratio. Haryana has the lowest sex ratio of 877 among the other states, while Kerala provides better status to women as compared to other states with 1084 females per 1000 males. These are the status of sex ratio in India. The next one is life expectancy at birth. How many years the Indian people can live. It refers to the mean expectation of life at birth. Life expectancy has improved over the year. Life expectancy is low when death rate is high, and instances of yearly death rate high. On the other hand, life expectancy is high when death rate is low, and our instances are yearly death rate are low. These are the situations of life expectancy. The life expectancy table also given here, year and male, female, overall life expectancy given here. During 1901 to 11, life expectancy was just 23 years. It increased to 63.5 years in 2011. A considerable fall in death rate is responsible for improvement in the life expectancy at birth. However, the life expectancy in India is very low compared to that of developed countries. So, if we compare to other countries, the developed countries, the life expectancy in India is very low. Literacy ratio. It refers to the number of literates as a percentage of the total population. In 1951, only 1/4 of the males and 1/12 of the females were literates. So that, and the average only 1/6 of the people of the country were illiterate. See here, 1/6 of the people of the country were illiterate. In 2011, 82% of males and 65.5% of females were literates, giving an overall literacy rate of 74.04%. When compared to other developed countries and even Sri Lanka, this rate is very low. So that literacy rate also very low in India. See literacy rate table, comparing table given here. Literate person, males and females, year wise given. So Kerala has the highest literacy ratio. See here, Kerala, highest literacy ratio 94%. Mizoram got 91.3%, followed by Goa 88.7, Himachal Pradesh 82.8, so Maharashtra 82.3, Sikkim 81.4, and Tamil Nadu 80.1%. Bihar has the lowest literacy rate 61.8 in 2011. These are the situation of literacy ratio in India. Okay. Students, you go through the two topics. Briefly, you have to write the test and send to me.